You're watching the Channel 4 News at 5.
Is the power to slow the aging process written in your genes? Our chief medical editor, Dr. Bruce Hensel, shows us how to crack the code and to age gracefully.
A few years ago, 58-year-old Papa Para found that her cholesterol was high, her weight went up and down, and her workouts weren't working.
I was frustrated because I was not getting what I wanted from the amount of work I was putting into it. I thought it was becoming a job to stay fit.
She turned to a plastic surgeon in the field of anti-aging medicine, Dr. Vincent Giampapa, to get his prescription for a long life.
It's always been my concern that if we're dealing with just the external effects of aging, what are we doing to the origin or the causes of aging?
Medicine cannot stop the clock, but Dr. Giampapa says there are ways to look and feel younger longer. He calls the concept age management.
Age management is all about, number one, understanding your genetic background or what genes you have, and then utilizing the latest technologies to make the genes you have work better.
A series of specific tests provide the genetic information.
We can then customize a regimen for people to take certain vitamins, minerals, or certain foods to help them utilize the genetic deck of cards they have more efficiently.
Finding the right mix of lifestyle changes and anti-aging treatment put Pat in the best shape of her life.
And you know what? I feel great. I feel absolutely amazing.
The science is not perfect yet. The DNA may tell us your risk of certain cancers. Regular tests then can pick them up while they're curable, and certain steps may help prevent them. Researchers say the DNA may soon tell us which diets and exercises will work best for you. I'm Dr. Bruce Hensel.
Up next on Real Life. There's a point maybe somewhere in our 30s when we first notice the first gray hair and we pull it out. Then there are too many gray hairs to pull out and we head for the L'Oreal. Meanwhile, we are beginning to see wrinkles on our face, maybe age spots on our hands, and our libidos aren't what they used to be. Viagra is no longer a joke, it's a tool. With us today is renowned anti-aging doctor Vincent Giampapa. But first up, we want to talk to a woman who went on a personal quest to reverse the signs of aging. Patricia, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so when did you first decide that you really wanted to get serious about slowing down the aging process?
I think I was about 47, and I had some bad things happen in my life. Sister that died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Realized my mother died at the age 50, and I was on like a downhill slide from there.
So you could see your mortality sort of.
I sure could.
And felt its hot breath in your face.
Yes.
Okay.
So at first I just retreated to the easy chair and decided, well, that's it, I'm doomed. And then something just made me snap out of it, and I decided to take control of my own life.
So what'd you do?
I joined a gym. I thought I was doing great things, you know, on the treadmill, out for coffee and donuts, on the treadmill. And I was approaching it the only way I knew.
Yeah.
And then I started reading some things and got serious. And I did kind of get on a diet yo-yo thing. Lose some weight, gain some weight, lose some weight. And realizing that wasn't healthy, I decided to read a little more. So now I had a wealth of information that was just running crazy in my head, and I wasn't getting anywhere.
So you were going in a lot of different directions,
yes.
Or at least you were being told to go in a lot of different directions.
Well, I was seeking, and I was looking in too many directions. So finally I lost the weight. I lost, not all the weight, I lost maybe 10 pounds, and I decided at that point I didn't like the way I looked when I lost the weight.
Why?
Oh, because then I had this sagging in my neck, and I decided that at that point I was going to do something about it, which was a surprising choice for me. I'm not a vain person. I'm not the type of person that really would look for this. It just happens I knew someone that had it done, and they were at my house, and it put it in my head.
Right, so word of mouth, they often say, is the best way, because you've got a real person to bounce it off.
Right.
Now, we do have some before pictures, I guess, of
Yes, we do.
the neck that made you not feel so comfortable. Take a look at that. Okay, look at, well, wow. Yeah, okay, so you had serious sagging there.
Yes.
Right, and you have such a diminutive chin. Wow, that is amazing, the after picture. Okay, so you talked to this friend of yours who had had this procedure done, and I guess that gave you hope and courage.
It did. It gave me hope and courage that I could turn things around, and it took me an additional 2 years before I decided to do it. And once I made the contact with Dr. Giampapa, then my decision was made before I walked in the office. And that put me on a new course of getting control of my life.
And that's really the way you look at it. This is not just an issue of vanity.
Right.
This is an issue of feeling you have control in an arena where many of your families died young.
Right. So I was going to get in the best physical state that I could get. Back to the gym, I was feeling great, I was looking good, I thought, and so then I was at the doctor's and I had blood work done, my GP, and my cholesterol was like through the roof, out of nowhere. So back to Dr. Giampapa I went and said, whoa!